What's up, Dunn Summer Academy Entrepreneurship and Innovation Campers? It's me. I'm wearing a hat because my hair is a mess. I'm not here because I'm sick, but I'm with you in spirit. All right. So hang with me. I just wanted to open for you. Ezra's got the show. He's going to take care of you, but I'm just sad I can't be there, and I wanted to just share a few initial thoughts. So I'll share the screen for a sec. All right, here we go. The Robert W. Jurgensen Entrepreneurship Program. So we've been at this a long time. Entrepreneurship is in Dunn's DNA. This guy right here, his name is Bob Jurgensen. They called him Robert. They called him Jurgy. They called him Jurgs. He was a grocery guy. So he had a grocery store in Pasadena that he and his family ran for 20, 30 years. I think it was multi-generational. And at some point, kind of like me, he decided, you know what? I kind of want to move my family to Dunn and I want to let them go to school there and I want to raise them there and I want to experience that great school. So he sold the grocery business and he came to Dunn and he became their business manager. And this is a picture of him with Mike Boone. So Mike Boone is the guy that funded this program. Mike Boone is a philanthropist. A philanthropist is somebody that gives their money away to a school like Dunn in the hopes that they can make the world a better place. So they're a very important part of business and society. Mike Boone, before he was a philanthropist, he needed to get rich. And the way that he got rich was doing stuff like this. So you see him here as a student, and he's selling movie tickets on movie night. So he would rent these first run movies and he would show them on the back of the schoolhouse and he would charge money for the tickets. And then at the end, halfway through, he would sell you concessions as well. So Mike Boone was an entrepreneur at Dunn way back in the day. When he left Dunn, he continued being an entrepreneur. He invented a thing called the whiteboard. It was initially called the Boone board. He invented one of those battery-powered flickering candles that we all use. And then he invented the Cremo line of shaving cream products. So Mike Boone was a philanthropist and an entrepreneur that learned from Bob Jurgensen. And me and Ezron, you may as well just call us Jurgy because that's all we're doing is just following in his mantle. All right, here's another leader in entrepreneurship at Dunn. This woman goes by the name of Sunny McClure. She's now Sunny Holmes. She was a class of 2010. She wanted to be an entrepreneur. And so she asked the head of school at the time, could she start her own little snack shop? And this was called the Earwig Cafe. She got a $5,000 loan from the head of school. She invested it in furniture and inventory. She bought a bunch of stuff and then she and her friends painted the place and then sold it. And then when I came in 2010, um, Mike Beck, the head of school, asked me, hey, did this little cafe make any money? And I looked, and sure enough, it paid back the $5,000 loan and it made $5,000 worth of profit. So that was the very first profitable sort of sanctioned business adventure at Dunn. Mike Boone did all his stuff on the side. He kept that money. This was the first time that a student was running a school business and the school was benefiting from it. This kid over here to the left is named Abe Story. So Abe Story was an entrepreneur through and through. Abe would run an entrepreneurship club, and he and another teacher would get together and a bunch of other kids, and they would ideate and they would kick ideas around and they would bounce ideas off each other and they would hold pitch competitions. And Abe left Dunn, went to Babson for just a year or two before he really dug into business, started his own business, and I think he sold it and he's on to the next one at this point. So Abe is another entrepreneurship success story at Dunn. There's Mike Boone today. There he is in France, drinking his wine, sending me texts, making me jealous. But that's what you get to do when you're a rich entrepreneur, right? So there's his whiteboard. There's his flickering candle. There's his Cremo shaving cream. This is his next thing. This is going to make him so rich. He is making a very green and consumer friendly bug killer product called Grand Tonga. So the same market that he's selling his Cremo line to, sort of that high end, I'm concerned about what I'm putting in my body. He's doing with this Grand Tonga. And if you think about his competition, it's just that bright yellow or bright green off product, which is really nasty. So he is taking this to a new level. I'm sure he'll have great success there as well. Okay. So this is secretly what we're trying to do with you guys, right? We definitely want you to be business people, but business people have certain skills, and these skills are really what we're trying to push. We call them 21st century job skills. So what you have at the top is you have your problems and solutions. That's what entrepreneurs are trying to solve. We have project service-based learning. That's how we pass this product, pass this education is through projects and service. And then we're going to press you on the left, academic press. We're going to make you work hard, but we're going to support you all along the way. All right. And in the process, you're going to gain these skills. And these skills were identified by the World Economic Forum. So all the greatest business thinkers in the world got together and said, what do the workers of tomorrow need? What are the skills that they need? They need analytical thinking and innovation. They need creativity, curiosity, originality, critical thinking and analysis, leadership and social influence, collaboration, complex problem solving, agility and adaptability. All of these skills are what we're trying to institute in you. We're trying to get you to work these muscles, right? So it might be that we're investing in fun businesses, but behind the scenes, Ezra and I are thinking, how are we getting these skills into your toolkit? And then finally, we encourage you to do high stakes assessments. So tomorrow night, you're going to be running casino night. It's going to be success or failure right there for everyone to see it, right? That's a high stakes assessment. There's no hiding. You have to be there. You have to perform. It's going to be a fun night, but it's a high stakes night. And we think that you really work harder when we have those types of assessments. So Mike Boone came in and gave us his $1 million, and in his memo, these are the kind of things he said. And tell me if any of this looks familiar to you. He said entrepreneurs have to overcome personal challenges through creativity, enthusiasm, self-confidence. They need a philosophical component, creativity, motivation, effective follower, strong leader. Teach one to be scrappy, creative, innovative in the face of adversity or scarce resources. They must learn to operate independently, be self-motivated, plan out their tasks, and get things done. Entrepreneurs generally start off in a lonely world. They must learn to be self-reliant. They will not likely work within structures. So Mike Boone and the Jurgensen program are perfectly aligned, and our entire job is to create you and turn you into the next entrepreneurs and to give you these professional skills that we all think are so important. So one of the big ways that we do it is through what we call problem solutions learning. So it's not all about entrepreneurs wanting to get rich, right? Getting rich is an outcome of you solving problems profitably. So a good entrepreneur can identify a problem and then can come up with a solution for it, right? So here's a solution for a problem that we found. There was a product that was a little bit gross, and it was called salted egg fish skins. And the partner we were working with asked us to do a rebrand. So we came up with the product called Sea Bacon, a simply superior snack. Get Big Jim was one of our solutions. Here we are presenting in a high stakes assessment to Chris Reed, the founder and CEO of Reed's Ginger Brew. All right. So when it's all said and done, the only way you know if something's working is if you keep score, right? So here's our scoreboard. Here's the revenues from all the student generated businesses that we run on campus. And you can see this line, it's up and to the right. We keep growing and growing and growing our revenues. Last year, topping $54,000. The year before, $62,000. So you students have generated that amount of revenue from your hard work and from your learning. And then at the end of the day, after we pay all of the costs of running this program, we have a thing called net income. Here's the net income. It averages, somewhere between $10,000 and $15,000 a year. Last year we hit 11.9. So we take that net income and we send it to this endowment, an investment account. I've told you a million times that investing is a big part of this. And this is probably our biggest differentiator. $446,000 in a student managed investment account. There is no other high school in America that has that. And they're definitely that is a unique element, and the fact that the money came from your own businesses is also a unique element. And you can see when you look at this chart how it's really kind of resembles almost like a hockey stick laying on its side. Once you get to a point in compound interest, which is you know, reinvesting earnings from an investment, it really, really starts to shoot to the moon. And so we're to that point now where last year alone, we went from 329,000 to 446,000 in 1 year. So over $115,000 in growth on our account just last year. So amazing, amazing results. You guys are part of a very, very special, unique program. I hope you realize that. The last piece of advice I'll give you before I turn it over to Ezron is you will get out of this program what you put into it. If you give us your all, you will get a lot out of this. If you fearlessly move forward and say, I'm confused, but I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to try harder. I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to learn. You will get a lot out of it. If you just kind of sit back and treat it like school and say, this is boring, then you're going to be bored and you're not going to learn anything. So please give us your all in the time you're here, and we'll do the same. Thanks a lot. Best of luck.